All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. You got a game, the ninth straight day for a baseball game, and yeah, Lotte hosting SSG, the rubber match here. Lotte still comfortably in the playoffs, I should say, as the first pitch is just about underway, and there it is, ball on the outside, and it's 0-1. Leading things off for SSG is Otegon, 173 on the season as SSG has not much offense, as that is a big swing and a miss there, 1-1. So, first time he has been in the leadoff, he's playing in center field. Chaewon Jun not in center field, or sorry, Che Ji Hoon, as that is a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. Davison has won his last four starts. Against Cume, Doosan, Samsung, and NC, he is 4-0 on the season, and all four of his last starts, he's won. There's a big swing and a miss there, and just like that, so one strikeout. That'll bring up the number two hitter, Kim Sung Hyun. Yeah, 1.8 ERA. I didn't have a lot of time to get everything set up, as that is in there for a strike also, and it's 0-1. And that's his up high, ball one. Davison, he mainly throws his four seam and a slider, pretty close to the same, about 35% for both of those. 145 of his average on his four seam is that just catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2 now. From there, a slider, 135. So again, both of those are about 35% of the time. Then a cutter off of that, 12% of the time, and then a fork ball also. Again, that's going to be a swing and a miss on a pitch outside the zone, and that's two strikeouts and two away for the big lefty. SSG does not have much offense, and Davison does not give up much offense. It's not going to be a pretty day for SSG, if you ask me, as that just misses low, and it's ball one. Davison, 35 strikeouts in 40 innings, 18 walks, as Shea Jung looks on, 313, as it pops him up. And Na Sung Yup running into the foul area, but lands up against the netting, and it's 1-1. I think he's been striking out more people lately, though. So his last game, again, I streamed that one. He had 6 strikeouts against Kium. Before that, he pitched against Doosan, and he had 5 strikeouts there. That's low, and it's 2-1. Some Chejong fans hanging out in Busan today. And the 2-1 is popped up. Jung Bo Gun flips off the mask, but it gets out of play also, and it's 2-2. Oh, Chejong has not been back long, but he is already the leader of home runs on this team with 3. That tells you how great their offense has been. And that pops him up as second baseman under it. And that will be a 1-2-3 inning for SSG. We'll go to the bottom of the first, not the seconds. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be real wet on Friday. Again, I'm pretty sure the only game that's gonna happen is the Hanwha Kium game. I can't imagine any other games being played, honestly. So I'm not entirely sure. I haven't, again, I don't have a lot of time to prep too much, but I looks like Wong, the Wang Jun or Wang Sung Bin is not on the roster. I don't know. Did he get hurt, Kenny? Is Song Yun Jin out on the mound? 6 games, only 4 starts though. 2-2 on the season. Uh, Opponents are hitting 280 against him. He won his last starts against Samsung, so I mean, I again SSG in my preseason prediction, my preseason thoughts. I said I don't know how they're going to win. They're going to have to hope to outscore opponents by a lot because their pitching is bad. Their pitching was bad last year, and so they got rid of one of their pitchers because that makes the most sense, right? Yeah, so they ended up getting rid of one of their starting pitchers, Owan Suk, who is now with KT and pitching extremely well there. So I don't know what their thoughts are, honestly. But Song Young Jin will face Yoon Dong Hee. Yoon Dong Hee average up to 278 now as he has come back from his time down in the second league. That's the first pitch right back up the middle. And there goes the no hitter, guys. Just like that. So one pitch, one hit. One pitch, one hit, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to bring up Go Sung Min, the big old second baseman. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner on one. 273 also on the season for him as he's battled back and hitting much better now. And outside, 1-1. Uh, 24 strikeouts in 26 innings for this pitcher, but again, 2 of those games were not starts. They were relief appearances. So, take the strikeouts with a grain of salt, I guess. As here comes the 1-1. He waits on it, ground ball to the second baseman to the shortstop, and that will be the 4-6-3 double play to erase that base runner. Bringing up Reyes now. Get a lead off a single, and then erase him on a double play by the next batter, just like you drew it up, ladies and gentlemen. So, looks at the ball one there. Reyes, the big giant switch hitter, looks on the pitch on the outside and a swing and a miss as it leaped over, but at the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. Oh, 286 is so far in the series. 2 for 2 hits, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Is it's right at the waist on the inside, and he chops that into the second baseman that grabs it and throws over to first. That will be 3 away. We'll go to the second inning. It's a 0-0. Now a leadoff single. He raced on the double play, and both pitchers have faced the minimum. 13 pitches in the first inning for Davison. Just 7 pitches there for Song Young Jin. His last start for Song Young Jin Went 5 innings, threw 90 pitches, so he should be okay to throw, 80, 90 pitches today. Not like he's going to be a bullpen starter, so to speak. He will be a traditional, number five starter as long as try to get him to go 5 innings and pull him after five or the second time through the lineup. The outing before that was a relief appearance where he only gave up 1 run in 4.1 innings, which is why he is now out there as a starter. Samsung already up on Moondong Ju with looks like a three singles so far in the top of the first for Samsung. And they've got runners on first and seconds with two outs. No other scores anywhere else in the league so far. All right, the old broom steps in, and that is ball one. 1-0. McBroom hitting 216 on the season. Only had but he's got 3 home runs. Again, he is he is all or nothing, ladies and gentlemen. That is a swing and a miss there, and it's the nothing on that one. So McBroom, the replacement for Heredia, I don't think he is not going to be re-signed. We'll say that, as that is way outside, and it's 2-1 now. Uh, First time he's hit cleanup on the season. He's got 8 hits, 3 homers, but 14 strikeouts on the season. As the 2-1 catches the outside corner, and it's 2-2 now. And the 2-2 is fouled away. 149 on the outside. He just got a piece of it, and it stays 2-2. McBroom playing right puts Hanyu Som out of position, playing left now instead of right. Uh, so as that's going to be a chopped foul again and stays 2-2. I haven't heard anything about Heredia, so I'm still waiting on Heredia, the news about him. Also, the big shortstop, the big trade in the offseason, the Lotte getting Junmin Jae, who was leading the league in batting average, but after the hit by pitches, that's going to be swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 3 on the day for Davison. Struck out the first 2 batters in the first, struck out the first batter so far here in the second, and he is taking advantage of a very, very weak offense. And first pitch to Hanyu Sum fouls that out of play, and it's 0-1. Mhm. And fouls that one away also. Foul, foul, foul for foul, 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 foul for foul, foul, foul. And the 0-2 catches him looking on the outside, and that's a strikeout number 4. Out number 2 here for Davison. He is dealing, ladies and gentlemen. 4 strikeouts in the first 5 batters. He is saying, I am a strikeout pitcher, ladies and gentlemen, as that misses way outside, though, and it's 1 0. Go Myung Jun steps in, the young first baseman, having a pretty decent season, a 276. And that's chopped foul, and it's 1 and 1. Actually, he threw 7 pitches in that first inning, not 6. The last start he had, I believe I streamed that against Kium, as that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Throws across the diamond, and another 1, 2, 3 inning as Davison 13 pitches in the first, 13 pitches in the second. We'll go to the bottom of it, and it's a 0-0. So, if I remember correctly, the last game I streamed for Lotte was the game against Kium, and Davison uh, gave up a hit early and then was lights out, I believe, from there. So, the last game I streamed for, he gave up 107. I was like, why are you blue now? Yeah, last game I streamed against for Lotte, he pitched 7 innings, 100 pitches, 65 per strikes. Only gave up 3 hits with 6 strikeouts. He pitched fantastic in that game against, but it was against Kuhn. So, you take what you got from that. All right, so we should be coming back, coming back, coming back, coming back. Now, Hanwha threatening runners on second and third with 1 out. The only offense in the league is in down the street from me. All right, Nasung Yup steps in, having probably his best year as he's hitting 272 on the season with 7 home runs already. And that is low. Ball 1. And the 1-0 misses low, and it's 2-0. Only 7 pitches in that first inning for Song Yun Jin. Obviously, Lotte wants to get that pitch count up a little bit, get him out of the game, and get into that's SSG bullpen as that is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Lefty cheerleader. What is this? Yes, I said cheerleader, Mary Kate, and the 2-1. In the dirt's 3-1. Joe Young Woo back behind the plate is, I believe, E.G. Young is still injured. Hamstring, I believe, is what happened. The game I watched, the stupid clappers. As here comes the 3-1, misses upstairs, and that'll be a leadoff walk. That brings up the Capitan. Jun Jun. Jun. Nah. that is in there for a strike. 네, 그 날씨는 봄처럼 느껴요. 네. And the 1 is going to be a single right back up the middle, and they've got runners now on first and second. Second hit of the day for Lotte already, and the offense is a clicking early. 근데 아 요즘 밤에 너무 추워요. 그래서 공이 잘못 날아요. But lately, it's at night. It's not very warm. It's very surprising. It's not very warm, so the ball isn't flying as well as it did last year. Last year was very hot early, and I think that led to a lot of home runs. Minus the fact that the ball was definitely juiced last year. All right, Son Ho Young steps in. Still just 208. He's gonna bunt here because the bunts are cool. As checks over and Nasum. Yep. Hitting 208. I guess you have him bunt here. Last year, a huge season for him. This year, a huge letdown is the only way you can describe it to me. And gets the bunt down. He'll go to first. Almost beats it out. I don't know why the first baseman took that. I don't understand. The first baseman takes the bunt that was close, was down the third base line. And he almost beat it out. I mean, it was about a half a step up. He beat him by, or the ball beat him by about a half a step there. It was, I mean, it wasn't like it was a bad throw or anything. It's just that he was you got the first baseman fielding it's on the third base side of the field, and then so he's going towards the foul line on the third base side and has to stop, turn, and throw down to first base. Anybody, probably a lefty, beats that out. As righty running out of the box, he was at least running hard. As we got one away now, and runners on a first, or sorry, second and third for Jung Hoon. They're going to set up way outside, and he throws it way outside, and it's one. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What am I doing here? 1-0. All right, it's the 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and that's going to be a ground ball, slow roller, but goes foul. Powerade Mountain Blast. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and the pitch is still way, way outside, and it's 2-1. They are not setting up anywhere inside at all, knowing that he will turn on one very quickly, trying to get him to chase way outside, and he's not biting on it. And he lifts that one, but he gets foul. And 2-2. Song Young Jin, 7 pitches in the first inning. He's already thrown 12 here. Trying to get out of it. without giving up any runs after the leadoff walk and then a single behind it. The infield is drawn in to cut the run at home. And the 2-2 pitch as he fouls that away also, and it stays 2-2. And he slaps at it, and they're going to come home and out. I mean, what a throw by the first baseman, Go Myung Jun. Makes the play. They're gonna check the video replay there, but looked like he was definitely out. The ball beat him at least. Threw the arm back on for the tag as Nossing up. Looked like he was because it's the KBO, man. There's if it's a close play, you have to review it, and then you have to bunt. I don't think he was out by that much. Did not get a good jump at all. Oh man, was that a bad jump? All right, so that's going to put Jun Janu over at third base, the DH over at first, and 2 away. Iho Jun steps in now. He did not get a good jump from third base. The first baseman was almost fielding it by the time he took off for home. That's a contact play. You got to be, as soon as the ball is hit, you got to be going. It wasn't like it was hit in the air at all. That was a bad read by Nossing Yup, and that cost them a run. At the bottom of the seconds now, 2 outs and a beautiful pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Eo June, 255 on the season. Again, Lotte, their struggles last year were from the shortstop position, along with obviously their bullpen issues. But as he gets a little flare to the third baseman, and that will be 3 away. He gives up a leadoff walk and a single, but strands 2 on, and we'll go to the third inning. It's knotted it to goose eggs. Quality bunts, ladies and gentlemen. Quality bunts got nothing. Quality bunt gotcha nothing. Gotta love a bunt. Gotta love a bunt. Cause they're stupid as hell. Gotta try to win the game in the second inning. Everybody knows you win the game in the second inning. Davison will obviously come back out. So he's 4 strikeouts is so far, and through the first 6 batters. My numbers are not correct. Lotte has 2 hits, and SSG has nothing. They haven't hit a ball out of the infield yet. Yeah, surprisingly, I don't think the low scoring game is going to last too long, though. I will say that. I do not think it will last very long. Yeah. All right. Pak Sung Han looks at strike one, and it's 0 1. Not too shabby yourself. 190 on the season for the shortstop, and that's going to be a hit. The first hit of the day for SSG, and they have finally got a base runner, ladies and gentlemen. Did you did you take Lotte in this game, or did you take something else? Oh, that sounded really weird off the mic. Is it Lotte that always has that weird mic near home plate? Probably a smart move. Today's a Wednesday, but it's like a Sunday game. All right, Joe Hyung Woo steps in, looks at to strike one down the middle, and it's 0 1. Guess that's good enough. Don't try to retire in one day. As the 0 1 low, and it's 1 and 1. I think that's a lot of people's. They try to retire in one day, or they get behind and they try to win it back. As the 1 1 lays off of it, and it's 2 and 1. We'll get a replay here. Talk to my guys in the TV crew. All right, here comes the 2 1, and that's low also, 3 and 1. Against lefties, he's hitting a 300. Righties, he's hitting a 231 on this season. Again, normally the backup catcher. I have no dog in the fights. As the 3 1 is ripped, but foul, and it's a full count. First full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. The game can now starts. Top of the third with one on, and we finally get a full count. There we go. The 3-2 pitch sets up on the inside and fouls it right back as Pak Sung Han was on the run there. Yeah, it feels nice. Obviously in the past, having not money on the Hanwha, but obviously being a Hanwha season ticket holder, have ties to Hanwha. But this year, no ties to any team, and it feels nice to be able to just stream and call the game without added emotions. I want to say, still try to have emotions towards the game and the call and everything, but yeah, it feels nice not having to be feel awful. Is that is another foul as he was on the run again, and he will turn around and run back. Well, not run back. He'll walk back. No, I work during the day. So like I work until 5:30 and then I get off at 5:30 and I come home and I start setting everything up at 6 uh to go live at 6:20. Uh so yeah, I don't have any time to watch MLB. As here comes the 36th pitch and swing and a miss. The catcher could not get the ball out of his hand, but he still ends up catching him. Absolutely awful jump by the runner. The fact that he caught him, as again, the catcher couldn't get it out of his glove, but yet he still threw him out. Goes to grab it out of his glove. Oh, they don't even show it there. but absolute great throw. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. That'll help the old pitch count out, ladies and gentlemen, as that brings up the number 9 hitter, Kim Chan Hyung. First time I've ever seen him play. This is his second start of the season, apparently. That's up high, and it's 1 0. And the 1 1. Oh, apparently there's a strike somewhere in there, and it's 1 1 and fouled away. And now it's 1 2. I wonder how we had an extra pitch in there, but now we got it figured out. 5 strikeouts already on the day for Davison. He had 6 in his last starts in 7 innings. He is looking good as so far tonight. As the 1 2 swing and a miss, and another strikeout is 6th so far. I'm going to have to get some more Ks because I'm going to run out. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 0-0, though. Oh for 1 with runners on base. That is 6 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 strikeouts in the second, and 2 strikeouts in the third. NC is up 1-0 against KT in the top of the third. A solo shot in the third by Pak Shiwan. Elsewhere, Samsung's up 2-0 early. They've got 2 on with a 2 out on the top of the second and an up 2-0 as they've already got 5 hits on the day against Moondong-ju. And, well, apparently somebody got out somehow because now they're in the bottom of the seconds. Waiting for Nick to come in here and tell us give us the lowdown. Davison struggled there in that inning. He threw 14 pitches. Only threw 13 in the first inning, 13 in the second inning, and then 14 there in the third. Is really ballooned his pitch count up. Just dealing. Not that Song Young Jin isn't pitching well either. He's only thrown 23 pitches. Has given up a couple of hits there. But Jung Bo Gun will lead things off. After the strike him out, throw him out. All right, Jung Bo Gun got the start today, 228 on the season. Looks at just strike 1, and it's 0-1. I don't think I've heard. He's not injured. Yugong Nam and not injured. And that's way outside, 1-1. Yeah, Yugong Nam hitting 354 on the season, but not getting the start. Did play in both of the other SSG games, 1 for 2 in yesterday's game. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Maybe, well, no, he's hitting 214 against SSG. I wonder if he is just going to start in all of might be Davison's personal catcher is the 1-2 way outside, and it's 2-2. I'll check real quick. Did start in the last game that Davison pitched. Yeah, it looks like he is the Davison's personal catcher as that is in the dirt. And it's 3-2 now. Full count. First full count of the day for Lotte. They do have 1 walk. Nasung Yup led off last inning with a walk. Who catches for Barnes? As here comes the 3-2 pitch. A swing and a miss on ball 4, and that will be his first strikeout of the day. as he swung at a pitch that was in the other batter's box into the dirt and one away. Flips the lineup back over. Yoon Dong Hee, who had a leadoff single back in the first inning, literally hit the chalk line. Yu Gong Nam. And Yoon Dong Hee looks at a strike, just catches the top of the zone. It's 0-1. Surprised maybe Barnes is going to be like, hey, I want that other guy pitching, or that other guy catching for me. As here comes the 0-1 to Yoon Dong Hee. A beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Oh, Song Young Jin mainly throws a fastball 44% of the time, curveball off of that to 27% of the time, then a slider, and then forkball 9% of the time. And again, I say forkball, but I'm not sure if it's actually a forkball because I have never in my entire life ever seen somebody listed as throwing a splitter. The only thing I've ever seen listed is a forkball. Now, a lot of Koreans throw forkballs, not splitters, but I don't know many I don't know many MLB pitchers that have ever thrown forkballs. As the 1-2 is misses high and it's 2-2. So, like, they have Davison listed as throwing a forkball. And throwing it 11% of the time. Even like Chirinos, Yoni Chirinos, who pitched for Tampa Bay for years, they have him listed as throwing a forkball. As here comes the 2-2, is going to be a ground ball through the right side, and he is on base for the second time today with his second hits. Two for two for Yoon Dong Hee. That's going to bring up Go Sung Min. Go Sung Min, a 4.63 double play in his first at bats. He raced Yoon Dong Hee after he got on base. Thank you, whoever just did that. All right, so the sets up on the outside, and that's going to be ripped. And Yoon Dong Hee ducks so he doesn't get his head taken off. And that is going to be back-to-back singles. And they've got a 2 on now for Reyes. Almost took off Yoon Dong Hee's head. Yoon Dong Hee dove back to the bag just so he didn't get hit in the face. All right, so Reyes now steps in. What's nice here for they do not have to hold the runner over at first for Reyes, so a little bit better chance to get something that he rips down the line as he is batting from the left side since the righty is out on the mound. 36 pitches for Song Young Jin now, and the 1-0 pitch coming up. Just catches the outside corner on a big old curveball. Reyes 0 for 1 on the day, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. Go Myung Jun playing way deep over at first. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. Ripped into the air. Goodbye, baseball. 3-run shot, and there goes the lead. 3-0. I would imagine Reyes has got to be up. Yeah, Reyes is leading. Che Ji-hoon, who's the center fielder for SSG, would normally isn't playing, but he's second. as Na Sung Yup now steps in and looks at to strike one. All right, the 0-1 pitch that is ripped into right field, and another hits. That's four straight hits after the strikeouts. And Lotte is ready to pile it on. As I said, no runs yet, but they're going to be there. Thank goodness they lowered the fences because that might, probably a home run if it wasn't. I know my league, man. I know my league. Little mound visits. A Korean headband there, as that is in the dirts. Jun Janu steps in. He singled last inning. Again, Na Sung Yup, who just singled there, is on first base, led off last inning with a walk. Jun Janu followed him with a single, as 41 pitches now for the SSG starter, as here comes the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside, and it's 2-0. One of the most famous songs in the KBO. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, misses outside, and now you've got a 3-1 count to a very dangerous hitter. 282 on the season. He will bat flip a strikeout, ladies and gentlemen. Get your cameras ready. Here goes the 3-0, sets up right down the middle, and that is right down the middle, and then he drops it. And that is just the way SSG season is going, ladies and gentlemen. Strike down the middle, and the catcher has it in his glove and then drops it. And Na Sung Yup, he drops it as he's bringing it. So he catches it, and then he tries to bring it down to throw, and he drops it. Na Sung Yup moves over to second base and takes away the possible double play. And here comes the pitch in there for a strike, and now we've got a full count. And the second full count of the day. Again, the inning started off with a full count strikeouts. His only strikeout of the day. Apparently, or the who's aren't the Rockies worse this year? As the 3-2 misses, and that's going to be ball four. He will take his base on the walk. First five after the strikeouts have been on base now. A single by Yoon Dong Hee, a single by Go Sung Min, a 3-run shots by Reyes, a single by Na Sung Yup, and then a walk by Jun Janu. He has thrown 23 pitches so far in this inning, and that's all he'll throw because we will have a pitching change. That is a quick hook, but probably not quite quick enough. Ouch. That is the White Sox life, man. Crazy. I went to school with when the White Sox won the championship in 2005. I was going to school with I don't know if you Neil Kotz. He was a reliever for the White Sox. I was going to school with his brother, so we always talked about baseball. I think Neil Kotz ended up winning one of the games in the World Series. Iroon comes in. Elsewhere around the league, Hanwha's put up 1 run and they're threatening with more as they're 2-1 now in the bottom of the second with runners on first and seconds. Here are Iroon out on the mound, 57 ERA, 16 games as he will be in charge of taking Hanwha's.
감사합니다.
Thank you. Whoever that is, I can't read it. As that is the first pitch, and that is going to be another hit. As Na Sung Yup is going to come home, and Son Ho Young with an RBI single as Na Sung Yup comes on home, and Lotte is now up 4-0. Stop the beating. Stop the beating. One pitch. Let's see. Let's get this all figured out here. Is Jun Janu should be there and should be there. And Jun Hoon, good Lord. I would have to think is that's a big swing and a miss from Jung Hoon. Jung Hoon loves to maybe. I can tell you exactly where I was whenever he hits home run number 62, though, as the 0-1 is popped up. That's trouble. That's trouble. Second baseman makes the catch. And that's a 2 away. Still got runners on first and seconds, and that's going to bring up Iho Jun. Iho Jun made the third out of the last inning as they have batted all the way around. And that's a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. So Iho Jun popped up to the third baseman in his one and only at bats. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Misses there, and it's 1-1. Yeah, you have to think that Lotte or SSG will score something, unless, of course, Lotte gets up by about 10 and SSG pulls their starters because they have no depth whatsoever. There's another one in the dirt, and it's a 2-1. My pitch count is off, by the way. He's only thrown 6. Scoring is going crazy now. 2-1 Samsung over Hanwha, 1-0 Kiam over Kia, 2-0 LG over Doosan, and 2-0 NC over KT. And that's going to be a single down the line, bounces off the tarp, rolls back in, and that will be an RBI double from the shortstop as Jun Janu comes home to score, and that is now 5-0. They have now batted around, ladies and gentlemen, batted around. All right, that brings up Jung Bo Gun. He struck out swinging in his first at bats to lead off this inning. As here comes the pitch up high, ball one. Davison, hopefully he still remembers how to find the pitcher's mound as here comes the 1-0. That's outside. He has been sitting for a real long time. It wouldn't be the first time I've seen it. Say the most I've seen was the Lotte game where Hanwha's catcher batted 3 times in 1 inning. As the 2-0 pitch misses up high, and it's 3-0. It was actually Hanwha's catcher who was then traded to Lotte. Hanwha scored 16 runs in the inning. 16 runs in 1 inning. He had 2 doubles. Apparently wasn't registering or something. Where's that giant umpire? The umpire that's like 6'6" or 6'7". All right, here comes the 3-0. 안녕하세요. And he misses, and that will be a 2-out walk to the guy who led off the inning. No, I think that was during Corona. I don't think anybody was at that game. Bases are now loaded. Let me get my stuff here. Nope, that's not right. All right, Yoon Dong-hee steps in. He already has 1 single in this inning. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And he looks at just strike one. 0-1. Looks like Kia tied it up 1-1 now. Top of the 4th. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Lays off of it, and it's 1-1. Maybe that was it. But I thought this game was in during Corona as he checks back over. And the 1-1 that just catches the bottom of the zone. It was 2019. And that is catches I'm looking, and that will end the 4th or the 3rd, but not before they put up 5. And we will go to the 4th inning. It's Lotte Lotte 5, SSG 0. So I just looked, and yeah, they scored 16-1. It was 1-0, and then they end up taking the lead 16-1. It was April 6th, 2019, or Yeah, or April 7th, one of the two. Yeah, this is gonna be a long, long, long game. Oh, I'm not even gonna bother calculating all of that. As Davison will come back out. He'll face the leadoff batter, Ote Gone. Absolutely thorough beating there in that inning. Eron did throw 15 pitches. See if there's any changes. No changes. It is still early though. All right. 40 pitches. Thank you, whoever is doing that. So here we go. That is in there for strike. He does remember where the strike zone is. He's been sitting for about half an hour as Lotte put up some runs there, ladies and gentlemen, and that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman that grabs it, throws, and one away. Uh, yeah, except that now he's got a 5-0 lead. So, and here goes a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. Sitting for 30 minutes, but when you come out with a 5-0 lead, you're set. Oh, that was a foul right into the old face mask of the catcher. So Kim Sung Hyun steps in when he's 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in his first at bats. Again, Davison, 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 strikeouts in the second, 2 strikeouts in the third. That is nowhere near a strike zone, and it's 1-2. Davison calling his own pitches. Season high 9 strikeouts, and that just misses, and it's a 2-2 now. Yeah, 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that's the second time he has struck him out, and 7 now on the day. Uh, Poor SSG just looks absolutely demoralized. They have no answer, as that is a check swing foul, and it's on 1. Jong popped up to the second baseman to end the first inning. Is 0 for 1 on the day. Yeah, they got to run it inside. A swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Tried to run it inside, but still caught the outside corner. All right, does he throw the forkball here? There goes. He sets up high, and that is ripped. A jump by the shortstop. Should have caught that, but he doesn't. And that's will be a 2-out single by Jong. Definitely should have had that. He jumped to hit him on the wrist. Why was he holding his finger up? I don't know what was the shortstop doing on that. All right, so 50 pitches now, and that'll be a liner to the left fielder who makes a sliding catch, and that will end the fourth. They get another hit, but nothing off of it as they still are down 5-0. Work out, work out. No, he wasn't happy because that should have been a catch. Like it wasn't hit that hard. Like, I mean, it was a line drive, but any standard shortstop makes that catch. All right, Lotte will have the number two, the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up as they look to try to put some more runs on. Hanwha has tied it up in the bottom of the third with a solo shot from Moon Hyun Bin. It's 2-2 now. Kia Kium 2-2. LG's 2-0 over Doosan, and NC is 2-0 over KT. As Moon Hyun Bin has now hit his sixth home run of the season. He had 5 in his first year, 5 in his second year, and now he has 6 in this season, his third. NC threatening a little bit more. They got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. All right, here we go. And then Go Sung Min up. Pak Shi Hu out on the mound now, as that is in there for a strike. 7 games, 10 2/3 innings, as Iro Iroun is out, and that is low in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Let me get that changed for you guys. Is it Pak Shi what? Swing and a miss there. Pak Shi Hu. There we go. We're all caught up now, and here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Thank you, thank you. And a foul to back, and it so stays 1-2. Go Sung Min, single in his last at bat, the last inning, and a 4.63 ground out in his first at bat. So 1-for-1 on the day as he, sorry, 1-for-2 as he fouls that away, and it stays 1-2. Pak Shiu, a 2.53 ERA on this season. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And ugly looking swing and a miss there, and that's 1 away. First strikeout for. Oops, why? Wait, what did I change? What did I change? Did I change that? Okay. Sorry, I was freaking out because I knew I changed something. I just forgot to hit the save. All right, Reyes steps in now. He had the 3-run shot to put Lotte up before they scored a couple more as looks at ball 1, and it's 1-0. 1 for 2 on the day with a 3-run shot last inning, and that's fouled straight back, and it's 1-1. A 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2. 125 meters. Again, it's always 120, 125, 115, 110, 105. It's never 127. 1-2 in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Rays bumps his average up to 312 now. Again, he is leading the league. Last year he set the KBO single season record for hits. A little asterisk though, he had more games than the previous player. Uh, as the 2014, there were only 9 teams in the league. So the 2-2 is going to be a chopper. Shortstop grabs it, throws across the diamond, and it just gets him. He was a little double clutch there as he was slow to get it out of his glove, and Reyes almost beat it out using those big old long legs. He took his sweet time over at shorts. He couldn't get it out of his glove. Woo! So I think if it was a closer game, they might replay that. And that's misses outside, and it's 1-0. Nasung Yup walked in his first at bat, single in his second at bat, 1 for 1 on the day. He also came around to score last inning. And the 1-0 misses up as it almost hits him. He was thrown out at home back in the second inning. Fourth inning, and your cleanup hitters getting a third at bat. You got to be happy about that if you are a Lotte player, manager, or fan. On the other hand, definitely not if you are an SSG fan, as he sets up on the outside, and the 2-0 pitch catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-1. Nasung Yup hitting a 500 against Pak Shi-hoon. And the 2-1, that's going to be a ground ball. The second baseman grabs it and spins around to throw, and it will be 3 away. 1-2-3 goes Lotte, but they've got a 5-0 lead as we go to the 5th. 5-0 Lotte. 5-0 Lotte. That doesn't make sense. Hmm. I have to get my calculations all ready. All right, 5th inning. Davison should be coming back out. He'll face the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Oh, Deuce on threatening, and Deuce. Oh man, is the offense is going crazy right now, all around the league. As Han Yu Sum steps in and looks at ball 1 low, and it's 1-0. Kia's up, they're tied 1-1, but they've got a 2 on at the top of the fifth. Doosan is now 2-1, as that's a chopped foul, 1-1. But they've got runners on a second and third with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. And then you've got NC's now up 4-0 against KT, and they've got the bases loaded. And then you got this game. All righty, the 1-1 pitch, low, and it's 2-1. All right, the 2-1 pitch, and misses low, 3-1. Davison has his ERA down to 164. It was 180 coming in as Han Yu Sum lifts that one. Center fielder Han Yoon Dong Hee under it, and that's one away. That'll bring up Go Myung Jin or Go Myung Jun. On the road, 5 games, 4 wins, an ERA of 87. At home, 2 games, an ERA of 5. But again, his last 4 games have been on the road, and he's pitching obviously much better in his last 4 games. He did not start the season off well at all, as Go Myung Jun swings and misses at that one, and it's 0-1. Swings and misses at that one, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 drills that into the ground, and it's 1-2. His last home starts, he went 2.2 innings, 71 pitches, 46 for strikes, 6 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, and 3 earned runs in just 2.2 innings. As here comes the 1-2, is ripped to the third baseman, makes the catch, and that's will be 2 away. Little liner right to the third baseman, and that is 2 away now, as he is sitting at 60 pitches through 4 and 2/3 innings. All right, Pak Sung Han steps in. He singled in his first at bat, and then was caught stealing, and looks at to strike one, 0-1, and fouls that away. And now it's 0-2. 2 singles so far on the day. A single from Pak Sung Han to lead off the third, but again was strike him out, throw him out to double play on the next batter. And then Che Jung with a 2-out single in his last. And he goes around, and that will be strikeout number 7. Nope, sorry, number 8. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It is all Lotte. 100% Lotte, guys. Yeah, it is. SSG just does not have an offense. They have no offense, and well, they have no starting pitching either. So here, I'll read you my preseason predictions for SSG. SSG had the worst starting pitching ERA and the second worst starting pitching WHIP in the league last year. The bullpen was tolerable with a middle of the road ERA and WHIP. They only had 1 starting pitcher even qualify for an ERA title, and that was the worst ERA of Kim Kwang-hyun's career. He hasn't looked any better in the spring either. To add to the issues is their new foreign arm, Mitch White, was already on the DL before spring training even started. but and I said Anderson and White should be good. But where are they going to find starting pitchers for the rest of the games? Offensively, this team is in the bottom half of the league, even though they play in the smallest stadium in the league with the shortest walls. They were a middle of the league team in home runs. This team is a mix of 80s babies and aughts. The young guys have shown some promise, but just haven't put it together for an extended period of time. This team could be a team that is a nightmare to pitch against and will just hope to score enough runs to make up for the lack of pitching. Can you say nailed it? All right, Kim Mean steps in now. 17 games of 14 and 2/3 innings. This is their big off-season. 안녕하세요. This was their big off-season acquisition right here. A trade and that is spinning around. Ball one as it's almost hit him in the face. Oh, Kim Mean was the guy that they signed or they traded for in the off season. So Kim Mean was he was with KT. KT traded Owan Suk and Kim Mean. Owan Suk has been a very good starter for KT, which is why KT is in the playoffs or in the playoff hunts early in the season. Is that is a chopped foul, 1-1 now. Kim Mean is he's pitched okay in the bullpen, but you gave up a number 5 starter for a bullpen piece, and I don't get that. Again, this is a team that struggled to have starting pitching last year. Is that misses up high, 2-1, and honestly, since the quote unquote super baseball guy for SSG, the head of the baseball team, has taken over. This team has just been on a free fall from ability and everything else you could possibly imagine. They have had numerous issues off the field with all kinds of issues from coaching staff to front office, everything else. 저는 아니요. 한국어 잘 못해요. As that is outside. 근데 한국어로 말하고 싶으면 괜찮아요. 제가 읽을 수 있어요. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 count. And it catches him looking. One away now, and that will bring up Son Ho Young. Son Ho Young, 1 for 1 on the day. And looks at the ball one up high. 1-0. Son Ho Young sacrifice bunt back in the second inning, and then in the third inning, an RBI single. Reyes getting a little massage. And the 1-0 is fouled away. 네, 작년에 선호영 정말 잘 하는데 올해 잘 안 해요. 잘 못해요. All righty, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Just misses upstairs. 근데 롯데 팬이에요? against Kim Mean in his career. He is hitting 1,000. That is just 1 for 1. So misses upstairs again, and it's 3-1. All right, here comes the 3-1, and that is ripped. Shortstop, a backhanded play in the grass. The throw not in time. And an infield a single as he shows off the old wheels. And that will be a 1 out to single. Easily safe.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Kyle. Kyle Bush, Ian Ryan. I think that's what that says. And then throw over. Checks on Son Ho Young. Kingdom. 왜 왕성빈 없어요? 부상했어요? 부상됐어요? All right, the Jung Hoon 0 for 2 on the day, and looks at just strike one on the curveball, 0-1. Only 2 players in the lineup do not have hits. Jung Hoon is one of them. The other one is Jung Bo Gun, but he did have a walk, as that is popped up. Wang Sung Bin, as that is 1 away. 2 away, sorry. 어떤 부상했어요? Hanwha is about to take the lead again after being beat down. Down 2-0, and they have tied it 2-2 with runners on first and second, as that is up high, and it's 1-0. NC is up 6-1 against KT. Doosan with runners on second and third, nobody out, and they don't score. And here comes the 1-0, as that is lifted into the air, center fielder back and under it, and that will be 3 away. We'll take a little break. We'll be back in just a few. All right, we're just about back. With Davison obviously back out there, 63 pitches so far through 5 innings. A little upsetting that he only had one strikeout in each of the last innings, though, as he's got 8 so far. As the oops, wrong button, number 8 hitter will lead things off as he looks at ball one on the outside, 1-0. 아니요. 보통 중계 방송 끝나자마자 저녁 먹어요. As that is in the dirt and it's 2-0. 근데 제가 5시 반까지 일하고 바로 집에 와요. 근데 중계 방송 준비해요. And here comes the 2-0 as that is in there for a strike. And that's 2-1. And the 2-1 is going to be a chop to third baseman and grabs it, throws across the diamond, and that is one away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Kim Chan Hyung. 지난 시간 치킨 먹었어요. 그래서 오늘 뭐 먹어요? 뭐 먹었어요? And that is swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. 안녕하세요. And here comes the 0-1 pitch, low, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch sets up on the inside, and that's going to be a single back up the middle. And they have a base runner, ladies and gentlemen. They have a base runner. That'll flip the lineup back over. 네, 한국 음식 좋아해요? 네, 지금 제가 SSG 대 롯데 경기 보고 있어요. All right, now Davison, 70 pitches, a single there from Kim Chan Hyung, brings up Otegon. And that is a popped foul, 0-1. Otegon 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout in his first at bats, a 5-3 ground outs in his second at bats. 네, 영어로 중계 방송해요. And the 0-1 is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws to second, and then to first. And that will be an inning ending double play. And just like that, they get a runner on. And just like that, they hit into another double play as we will go to the bottom of the sixth. It is Lotte 5. Good Lord. Somebody stop the beating. Stop the beating. Lotte will have the number 912 coming up. 네, 네. 2017년처럼. 한화도 잘했어요. As Hanwha takes the 3-2 lead in the bottom of the fourth. Kia is up 3-1 against Kium in the top of the sixth with a runner on third and nobody out, though. Doosan threatening again. They've got runners on first and second in a bottom of the sixth in a 2-1 game. NC still up 6-1 as they're getting started in the top of the sixth. Nah. Hanwha has now loaded the bases. 네, 2018년부터 한화 시즌 1이 있었어요. 그래서 2014년부터 한화 KBO 보았어요. All right, No Young-un comes in 17 games, 16 2/3 innings, 4 holds, 262 batting average against 14 strikeouts and 7 walks. And first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And in there in the dirt. 좋아하는 팀 없어요. 그냥 KBO 좋아해요. All right, Jungbo Gun, 0 for 1 on the day, ground ball to the shortstop, and that will be one away. 네, 작년같이 한화 시즌 관이 있었어요. 근데 올해부터 싸지 않았어요. All right, Yoon Dong-hee steps in. He's 2 for 3 on the day, two singles and a strikeout looking in his last at bat as that ball is way up high. And the 1-0 swing and a miss, 1-1. 송원기, 어떤 팀 좋아해요? And the 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. Mitch White's looking on. And a foul to back. 2-2. And here comes the 2-2 as he fouls that into his leg, and it stays 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss on a pitch way down in the zone. And that is 2 away. We'll bring up Go Sung Min. Go Sung Min, 1 for 3 on the day, a 4.63 ground out in his first at bats. Singled and came around to score on the Reyes, a 3-run shot back in the seconds, and then struck out in the fourth. Looks at ball one there, 1-0. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Catches the top of the zone, 1-1. And the 1-1, that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws, and 1-2-3 goes Lotte for the second time today. We'll go to the seventh. It's 5-0 Lotte. Dun, 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 dun. The Davison will have the 2, 3, 4 hitters to contend with. Here in the seventh inning. And Doosan has tied it up. They've still got the bases loaded in the bottom of the sixth with nobody outs. Kia's put some 3 runs up on the board as somehow Che Hyung-woo hits a triple. Che Hyung-woo with a triple. No. Yeah. Hanwha is now up 4-2 as 2 errors now by Samsung. Che Hyung-woo. 삼루타. 어떻게 했어요? 전 키에? 근데 요즘 어떤 팀 좋아해요? All right, David. Oh, wrong button. Sorry about that. Davison. Oops. There we go. Top of the seventh now. Is the ball there? And that is low, and it's 2-0. So Kim Sung-hyun steps in, or Kim Sung-hyun, sorry. 2 strikeouts on the day, 0 for 2. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. 7 innings in the last game I did for Davison. Is trying to get through 7 here as he's only at 75 pitches. Up high, and it's 3-1. Lotte would love a simple game. It's something they don't have very often. As here comes the 3-1 pitch. Up high, and that's ball 4. First walk of the day for Davison. And they'll have the leadoff batter on base. They've had the leadoff batter on base one time today, and then he was thrown out trying to steal. 아마 어떤 아마 일요일 키에 대 SSG 경기 중계 방송해요. 토요일 하고 싶은데 낮에 LG 대 삼성 해요. Davison will have a little mound visit as he walked the last batter and he threw that one into the dirt. I'm not ready to come out yet as the Lotte bullpen guys just now getting up and moving around. 너무 감사합니다. Thank you, thank you. I can't read it. Super Rima? Something. I can't. I need to change that. I wish there was a way to change that, but there is not. All right. Che Jung steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the day, hitting .333 on the season. He singled in his last at bat and a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. .79 pitches now on the day. And that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman throws to second, and in time, another 5-4-3 double play erases the base runner. And 2 away now. Chejong still not running 100%, I don't think. As McBroom now steps in. 80 pitches for Davison. McBroom looks at just strike one on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Broom 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his first at bats. A fly out to left in his second at bats. And the 0-1 is chopped foul. The ball boy will make an error on the ball boy, ladies and gentlemen, and it's 0-2. Ball boy is going to have a little extra fielding practice after the game. They bunt. You been drinking all day? Yes, that is fouled away. Keeps it 0-2. Hanwha is going to end up with another come from behind victory. Oh, that means that they're going to be bunting for the rest of their lives because of that one time. As that is a ball outside, 1-2. Gigantic Shabu all day advertisement behind home place. And the 1-2 misses low, 2-2. Shabu, shabu, shabu. Hot pot, hot pot. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Pops him up. That will be center fielder under, and that's 3 away as Davison once again goes 7 innings. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It is all Lotte. Old McBroom is not getting it done, ladies and gentlemen. Don't believe he'll be around much longer. After the 6 weeks is up, if Heredia is not back, they will definitely sign someone else. Looks like Doosan is taking a 5-2 lead as they've scored 1 in the bottom of the 5th and a 4 in the bottom of the 6th. Still threatening with runners on second and third and 1 out. That is huge for the Hanwha fans who Hanwha has come back from behind. They were down 2-0 and they've scored 5 or 4 unanswered runs to take a 4-2 lead. Kia's up 5-1 against Kium, and NC is 6-1 against KT, but KT's got runners on first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. So if the scores stand, Hanwha would be up by themselves in first place with a 9-game winning streak. Just like that, Kium scored as Song Sung Moon hits a solo shot. Just as you predicted. You also predicted that Kium would make the playoffs, though, remember. All right, Handu Sol out on the mound now. Handu Sol, 19 games, 12 and 2/3 innings, 2-0 on the season, though. All right, Reyes, first pitch, a swing and lifts that one. It's going off the top of the wall. And he is on base for the, what's a third time today? Second time today? Almost had himself another second home run of the day, but just a little short. All right, Reyes now on second with a leadoff double. Na Sung Yup steps in. Na Sung Yup, 1 for 2 on the day, and looks at strike one in there, and it's 0-1. Na Sung Yup, walk, a single, a run scored, and a 4-3 groundouts. Sets up on the outside and the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball through the left side. Reyes will move up to third, and another hit as he's on base for the third time today. All right, Jun Janu steps in now. 1 for 2 on the day for him also. As it does not look like Lotte is content with just 5 runs. The wave is making its way around Saji. Why are there so many open seats? And here comes the low, and it's 1-0. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch lifted into the air. It's going at the warning track as he flops into it, and he will come around to score on the sacrifice fly to center field. Lotte now up 6-1. 6-0. Sorry, my bad. All right, Sonho Young steps in now. 2 for 3 on the day, or sorry, 2 for 2 on the day. That was a sacrifice bunt in his first at bat that did absolutely nothing. And looks at strike one that just catches a piece of the bottom of the zone. Giants Pokemon uniform. Still haven't seen my favorite Lotte uniform in the crowd yet today. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he does the splits. And it's 1-2 on a pitch that was by his shoe. Me and Dr. Seuss are hanging out too much lately. Old Theodore Geisel. And the 0-2 pitch is ripped into left field, and it's going to drop down as Na Sung Yup is going to head on over to second base as he had to wait. And Sonho Young is on base for the third time today as the SSG cheerleaders look demoralized. Is he done? And Jung Hoon looks at strike one as Jung Hoon and Jung Bo Gun are the only two in the starting lineup without hits on the day. But again, Jung Bo Gun did have a walk in his second at bat of the third inning. Yeah, and the 1-1. Is he done? As that's going to be fouled back, and it's 1-2. Yeah, I mean he just came back, right? Yeah, of course. And the 1-2 misses outside at 2-2. right, the 2-2 pitch is still just one out and a swing and a miss as he goes down for the fifth time or fourth time today. Just trying to find out why I had somebody down with a 3-2 putout. And then I just realized because there was a 3-2 putout. All right, that brings up Eho June. Eho June, RBI double in his second at bat as he swings and misses there. Pop fly to the third baseman in his first at bats and a fly out to center in his last. So 1 for 3 on the day. Sets up on the outside, misses badly, but misses so badly that he actually catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch is fouled away, and it stays 0-2. Kenny, I would like you to know that Lotte and is Lotte game is actually the farthest along of all of them, and they only went 234 yesterday. Were they the fastest game yesterday? They were. They were the first game done yesterday, and they are on their way to being the first game done today. As that misses outside, and it's 1-2. Catcher, I don't know what he was trying to do to catch that ball. Instead of turning his hand over, he tried to catch it like this. Not entirely sure what that was. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. That is lifted into the outfield. A right fielder going over in foul territory and then leans back over into fair as he falls down. And that will be 3 away. They leave 2 on, but they get another one and will go to the 8th inning as Davison should still be coming back out. McBroom badly misplayed that as he was in foul territory and had to reach back into fair territory and fall down to catch that. Yeah, and what really helps is the fact that SSG is changing pitchers at the beginning of innings, not in the middle. That's the biggest thing is, when you're changing pitchers in the middle of innings is what takes up so much time. This is definitely the least competitive game of the day. No, Davison will face the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Again, cruising so far. No, 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 not at all. Just the end of the seventh. Alan, you're not watching Doosan? No way. With a runner on first and second, nobody out, they're bunting. Who's up? Well, the guy hitting though is hitting a buck 80, as that's in there for a strike and it's 0-1. Yeah, I know that, but that is in there for a strike and it's 0-2. Yeah, and the 0-2. That is lifted into center field. Center field going back, and it's gonna off the wall is the center fielder. I'm not sure who that is. That is not Yoon Dong Hee. slips and falls, and Han Yu Sum will have himself a leadoff double here in the top of the eighth. I am not. Is that Jungdu Sung? So Yoon Dong Hee moves to right. Jun Janu is out. Reyes moves to left. So there are some changes. I'll try to get set up as Go Myung Jun looks at ball one up. It's 1-0. So Jang Do Sung takes over in Jun Janu's spot in the lineup. As that's a swing and fouled away. And it's 1-1. So Jang Do Sung. A little action in the bullpen as the closer is up. Very important to get your closer up in a 6-run game. And pops it up. No, Yoon Dong Hee moves over to, again, right field. Reyes moves to left field. And Jang Do Sung, is that right? Yeah. Jang Do Sung is now in center as that is lifted, but trailing foul. And it's 1-2. There we go. I think we've got it all situated and set up now. All right, 93 pitches for Davison. And Go Myung Jun with the 1-2 count misses outside, and it's 2-2. Go Myung Jun 0 for 2 on the day. A little liner to the third baseman in his second at bats. 5-3 ground out. Yeah, no game tomorrow. I understand why, but it still is. That's a strikeouts looking, and he ties his season high, his career high in the KBO on that strikeout. One away now. That brings up Pak Sung Han. Pak Sung Han 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and then was caught stealing in his first at bat, a strikeout in his second, and he sets up on the outside and catches the outside, and it's 0-1. Davison 96 pitches now. I think his career high is 102. Did he get out of that inning? And the 0-1, a broken bat, ground ball to the second baseman, throws and just gets him. Anyusoma heads on over to third base, but now 2 away. God, how they are just so bad. Away from what did they do? They picked him off at second? Wow. And swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. 98 pitches now for Davison. No, we're watching. I'm keeping up with it because it. I have to input a favorite team as that is fouled away, and it's 0-2. I have to put in a favorite team in order to be able to check the injury reports and the rosters. So I have Hanwha, and it always just it pops up always at the top of my my phone that I keep track of everything else that's going on. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pitch number 100, and that's going to be a liner over the jumping shortstop, and that will be the end of the shutouts as SSG finally scores here in the top of the eighth on pitch number 100. Will they let him finish this inning? Is the question. Nope, they will not. We'll have a pitching change as Davison throws his 100th pitch, gives up a run, and we will have our first bullpen pitcher for Lotte. We'll have a runner on first. Davison done for the day. Ties his KBO high of 9 strikeouts. I'm probably pretty sure that it also ties his regular career high. Why is this not working? All right, coming out on the mound is Gu Sung Min. It's all because they changed the defense. Not really, but strikeout streak is a hitless streak. Well, don't worry. Whenever he gets down to 100, they'll have him in the leadoff spot. All right, Gu Sung Min, 16.20 ERA. Yes, that's correct. A 16.20 ERA. All right, here comes the pitch in there for a strike, and it's on 1. Was it that guy on Reddit that keeps posting stuff but is half of the information is wrong? Yeah, but half of the stuff is wrong. Yeah, they have Patrick Wisdom playing third. They have Austin Dean playing outfield. They have Kim Gi Chan playing second. All right, the 0-2 pitch fouled away. I told the guy when I saw it the first time. I'm like, dude, your position. Oh, this other place has these. He's like, Baseball Reference has them. I was like, yeah, they're wrong. I'm telling you. And he has another one up this week, and it's still the wrong positions. All right, the 0-2 is lifted into left field. That's going to get to the gap. The center fielder runs it down and makes a catch as they almost collide. That will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 6-1 Lotte. Yeah, that's the thing is like it just he does the same thing for the Japanese league. He does the same thing for the NPB. He throws up. He came up with his own stats, and he's just trying to get everybody to take up his own stats. I mean, he put in a lot of work with it, I guess. But basically, yeah, yeah. I mean, but he gets all of his. He just basically gets all of his information, throws it into his compiler, and then spits it out. But the problem is again, he still has Kim Ji Chan as one of the best, the hottest players in the league. The dude's played like 3 games in the month of April. Yeah, but yeah, I've read it. I've read it both times, and both times I'm like, dude, your positions aren't even right. And to me, the position is just as important because when you got you got a first baseman that's hitting 10 home runs or a third baseman that's hitting 10 home runs, that's a big difference than a catcher that's hitting 10 home runs. Those are completely different positions. No, none, not one. All right, Joe Byung Hyun out on the mound now for Joe Byung Hyun, 14 games, 3-1 on the season, 14 and two thirds innings, 5 saves, 226 a batting average against. Again, he's a closer that just never gets any opportunities to close because his team can't score. The first pitch is in there for a, strike to Jung Bo Gun. A swing and a miss there, and it's 0 2. A solid closer. He just, again, doesn't get very many opportunities to close because his team can't score. Jung Bo Gun 0 for 2 on the day. He's does have a walk, though, and the 0-2 is fouled away, and it stays 0-2. Maybe it's in the league where he plays third. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hello, 1-2. So Kim Soo Yoon over at third base now. And misses outside at 2-2. I mean, I can look at the WAR and tell you that, and that is fouled away, 2-2 still. And the 2-2 swing and a miss at ball three, and that's will be one away here in the bottom of the eighth. So Yoon Dong Hee now steps in. Big miss there on a pitch way up high. Yoon Dong Hee, two singles to start the game, a single in the first, a single in the second. Then in the ended up with the third out in the second inning, struck out swinging as that is in there for a strike. Or sorry, struck out looking, and then back in the sixth, also a strikeout swinging. So 2 for 2 on the day with two singles and a run scored. And a 1-1, a big swing and a miss there, 1-2 now. And the 1-2 is fouled away, and it stays 1-2. That's a way up high, and we've got ourselves a full count, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the 3-2. Swings at a pitch up at his eyes, and it stays 3-2. Wishimajima. That was so high that it should have been ball 5. So, Kim Wong Jun warming up in the Lotte bullpen. And the 3-2 is going to be a single over the second baseman as he jumps, but he didn't hit his growth spurt yet. And it's now another runner on base for, I believe, the 14th hit of the day. Now his third hit of the day. I use the KBO app, but it's in Korean. As that is inside 1-0. Like if I'm looking at the war, Pak Dong Wan, Austin, Moonbo Young, all those guys are with LG. They're the 1, 2, 3. Na Sung Yup for Lotte, Wisdom for Kia is next. So the top 5 is basically the top 5 he has in his little start chat chart thingy, whatever that thing is. There you are. He's like, wait, there I am. Look at me. I'm on TV too. As a check over on first, he slides back in, and it's gonna still be 1-1. All right, so Go Sung Min, the 1-1 pitch. Runs inside, and it's 2-1. Go Sung Min, 1 for 4 on the day, a 4-6-3 double play to start the game for him, and then a single run scored in the third on that 3-run shot by Reyes. Struck out in the fourth, and a 4-3 ground out in the sixth. Sets up on the outside, and the 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1. Pak Ho warming up. Reyes doing some yoga in the on deck circle. Now doing some kung fu. As here comes the 3-1 is fouled back, and it's 3-2 and runs the count full. Second full count of the inning here. The 5th full count of the day for Lotte. Walk in the first one, a strikeout, and a single just the last at bat with Yoon Dong Yi having a full count single over the second baseman. Here we go, the 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss, and that will be out number 2. That'll bring up Reyes, the hit leader in the KBO. He's already has a 3-run homer and a double with a run scored in his last at bat to actually lead off last inning. 2 for 4 on the day. Batting from the left side again. This is the side that he hit his 3-run shot with, and that is right down the middle, and it's 0-1. A 4-3 ground out in the first, 3-run shot in the third, a 6-3 ground out in the fourth, and a double and run scored in the 7th. Here in the bottom of the 8th, it's an 0-1 count, and that is a swing and a miss as he drops down to one knee. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and he lifts it up into shallow left field. Shortstop under it, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the ninth. The SSG only needs 5 runs before they get 3 outs. That's it, guys. That's it. Easy peasy, right? No, they'll bring out the closer, though. Lotte left their 9th runner on base. So SSG will have the top of the lineup coming up in the top of the ninth. Yeah, I saw that. All right. Strikeout, I'm assuming. That's all Samsung does. Lots of strikeouts. All right. I assume Goosing Mean is done. Ah. All right. Oh, Goosing Mean is still out there. All right. The top of the ninth, Otegon looks it to. That is not Otegon. As we've got a pinch hitter here, as this looks it to strike one. No, I mean, you can easily translate it as the 0-1 in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. I mean, it like you hit the button, and it literally says right there. You probably can't see that war. As here we go. Go Sung Min, 6 pitches now. I don't know who the heck is calling me. It's 9 p.m. But I'm not answering that as the 0-2 is in the dirt. It's almost hits the umpire. So Kim Dong Hyuk in left field, Pak Sung Uk at second. I'm not going to change that unless SSG ends up tying the game. Again, Che Junu is now the batter for, and that's outside. It's 2-2. And the 2-2 misses inside, and we've got a full count. Only the second full count of the day for SSG. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk to the pinch hitter. That's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Kim Sung Hyun. He did walk in his last at bats. Reyes, the best player of the game, 2 for 5 with a home run, 3 RBIs, a 2-run scored. Otegon, who just got pinch hit for, 0 for 3 with a ground into double play. As we've got another pinch hit here, Triple J, one of my favorite names, Jung Jun Jae, steps in, and the pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Jung Jun Jae, Triple J, ladies and gentlemen. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss there. He wasn't getting cheated on that swing. Jung Cho Wan and was it Kim Wong Jung warming up in the bullpen for Lotte. As here comes The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and that's going to be a single into right field. And they've now got runners on first and second. And Shea Jung comes up to bat. First time they've had two base runners on today, or back-to-back base runners. Is we'll have a pitching change. Got to make it interesting, Kenny. You got to make sure that the fans get their money's worth. You know the rules. I guess now is the time to I can change the Lotte defense. Kim Dong Hyuk in left now. And, I think that's it. No, Paksung Wook at second. All right. So Jung Chul Won out on the mound. 6.61 ERA. That's not exactly what you want. They do have the closer warming up in case somebody gets on base. All right, so Jung Chul Won coming in, trying to close the door as Lotte threatening to not score or threatening to blow this game up. All right, Che Jung steps in. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at to strike one in there, and it's 0-1. Oh, Che Jung, single in his second at bat. 5-4-3 ground out in his last, and a pop fly to the second baseman in his first. 1 for 3 on the day. And the 0-1 is grounded to the third baseman, and a throw. Double play, another 5-4-3 double play. And if he would have stepped on third, it could have been a triple play. But no, he didn't want to do us a favor. Step on third, man. We want to see a double play, a triple play. The green one just came out. All right, McBroom steps in. 0 for 3 on the day. Looks at just strike one, and it's 0-1. A strikeout, a fly out to left, and a fly out to center. And again, they're the farthest along by far. As he pops it up, and Jung Bo-gun in foul territory. What the hell is the pitcher doing there? What the hell is the pitcher doing over there? Why is the pitcher in foul territory trying to catch a pop fly? Get out of the way. Pitchers are not athletes. What is he doing? All right, here comes the 0-2. As lifted up into the air. That's going to go all the way to the wall and off the wall. One run is in, and that will be an RBI double from McBroom. As the fact that again they didn't touch third. Now you got a runner on seconds with two outs. McBroom is showing why he was brought here. I guess I'm not sure. Gave it a ride, but off the bottom of the wall. That brings up a Hanyu Song. That's got to be what it is, as that is a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. Like, why? I still don't get why the pitcher was anywhere over there. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And makes the runner run back to second base. Wow, how many times did Samsung have runners on base with nobody out? Good lord. And here comes the 0-1. Lays off of it. 1-1. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch. SSG cheerleaders dancing around. The old man is like holding his ears, like, man, it's so loud next to the stage. As that's fouled away, and it's a 1-2. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And it taps the glove on the ground, and a swing and a miss, and that will end the game. They strand their third. They fall 6-2 as Lotte gets themselves a win, much needed win, really. So they win a series. The Lotte Seagull is running around the outfield. I don't know if that's a regular thing or a new thing or what, but anyway, Lotte gets the win. Another dominating pitching performance from Davison. He's now won his last 5 starts. 7 points at 2 innings, 100 pitches, 5 hits, a 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Did give up 1 run. It was earned. The big hits came from Reyes. Starting in the 3rd inning, the starter got a strikeouts from Jung Bo Gun, but then a single by Yoon Dong Hee, a single by Go Sung Min, and then a 3-run shots by Reyes. Put them up 3-0, then followed with another single, a walk, a single, and a late double by Iho Jun. Put 5 runs up in the 3rd inning. They added another one in the 7th after Reyes led off the inning with a double, and then a single moved him to 3rd, and a sacrifice fly by Chun Janu moved him home. SSG added 2 runs late, but again, the game really was never in doubt after the 5th, after the 5 runs, because at that point they were into the bullpen, and SSG's bullpen is just not very good. Lotte scored 6, but they ended up actually leaving 9 others on the base. They did hit into 1 double play. SSG only left 3 on base. If you look, they had 7 hits, 2 runs. That leaves 5. But they strike him out, throw him out to double play in the 3rd. So they had a leadoff single from Pak Sung Han. and then he was thrown out. Even whenever the crazy thing is he was thrown out when Jungbo Gun wasn't even able to really get a good grab on the ball, but he was still thrown out by a lot. Uh, then later on, they had Che Jung had two guys on in front of him. Twice had a guy on in front of him, and twice, both times hit into a 5-4-3 double play. No problem, man. You don't have to chat anytime. You can just watch. Thanks for watching, though. So, just so you know, tomorrow there is no game. There's no game, no games at all tomorrow. So yeah, Davison pitched well again. I streamed a couple of his. Maybe I think this might be the third one, and he's pitched extremely well in each one. I'm pretty sure somebody, if anybody's a Lotte fan, should probably call him and tell him that he needs to pay me to stream his games. I think that's what it means. So Davison pitched extremely well. Again, 100 pitches, 9 strikeouts, ties his KBO career high with that 9. Just gave up the 1 run. So another great performance from him. Reyes, again, hitting extremely well, finding his stride really as he goes 2 for 5 today, already leading the league. Like he was already leading the league in hits. Second place behind him was Che Ji Hoon. Che Ji Hoon didn't play today. He's actually on the SSG. Didn't play today. So Reyes increases his lead at the top of the hit leaderboard while adding a second straight day with a home run. I'm watching this. How is he out so bad? But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. A real quick talk about the rest of the games. Hanwha somehow is still up 4-2. Samsung went up 2-0 quick, but Hanwha has answered with 4 runs. As a Samsung, it just keeps getting runners on, but can't do anything once they get them on. So it's 4-2. Hanwha has a runner on first, bottom of the first, or bottom of the 7th with 1 out. Kia is up 6-3 in the top of the 8th, but they've got the bases loaded with nobody out against Kium. And obviously, the Kium bullpen is not what you would call good. Yeah, not happening. Doosan's up a 5-2 in the top of the 9th inning. LG's up to bat now, just starting the 9th. And then NC's up 8-2 with a runner on first and nobody out. Top of the 9th there. And then obviously this game finished as 6-2. So if the scores hold, Hanwha will be on their own in first place with their 9th straight win. They already had 1 8-game winning streak, and now they've had a 9-game winning streak. Lotte would be 2.5 games behind Hanwha, or they would be 1.5 behind LG in third place. Samsung would fall down. Nope, they wouldn't fall down, as Kia would actually end up coming up a little bit, says Kia is making their push. And yeah, so anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I will pass. I'm trying to get the rest of my stuff ready as my final pieces to my weekly show have come in, so that I can highlight my background that you guys can't see, that I look at every single time that I walk into my room. So hopefully I can get that's ready as I'm prepping for this weekend is the plan. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys. Remember, tomorrow there is no game since they had 9 straight games. Tomorrow is an off day. I will warn you this. There is a ton of rain coming in on Friday. Because of that, I don't like to do Kium games, but I'm pretty sure that the only game that is going to get to be played on Friday is going to be Hanwha versus Kium in the Dome. So pretty sure that's going to be the only game, and it should be I'm not sure who's going to be starting for Keelan because they're still looking for starters. They have 0 starters on the season. Uh, should be Song Baek for Hanwha, I believe. Song Baek. So we will probably do that game. I'll do a different game if that game is if there are any other games, but most likely I'm going to end up having to do the Hanwha versus Kiom game, and then on Saturday will be the LG versus Samsung game at 2 o'clock. If possible, I'll do probably the Lotte versus Kia game or KT game, unless James Nail is on the mound. Then I'll do the Kia game, and then Sunday will be Kia versus SSG or Lotte versus KT. Again, whichever game that James Nail is starting. Saturday rain early, so I think that they're going to be able to play. So Saturday, I think the rain is going to supposed to stop around noonish. So that might be a day where I also have to do the Hanwha does play at 2 o'clock, but I would rather just take that morning and I would try to stream it, but I'm always worried that if I stream that 2 o'clock game, that I won't be able to stream the 5 o'clock game. But if the Hanwha game is a blowout, which it probably will be, I will just cut that stream short and pick a better stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys on Thursday for most likely Hanwha versus Kium. But if there are any other games, I will be streaming those. So once again, thank you guys. Oh, I don't know who that is. I can't read it, but thank you, thank you. The late subscriber. So thank you guys. I will see you guys on Thursday. And as always, until next time.